Hello, beauties. Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. Welcome to episode number 3 of the Eating Jam. I hope that your week has been going well. It's super exciting to come back and let's dig deep in again in this podcast. I hope everyone is doing well. And I don't know, have you subscribed yet? If you haven't subscribed, now is the moment. Before we get in, please hit that subscription button and let's go. All right, so today we're talking about who is an Eden gem. What stemmed this particular title for this podcast to begin with? Last week, or in episode number 2, we did talk about why did God create women to begin with? And when we look at why God created woman, we know that woman was created to be a solution to a problem, another problem in and itself. So today we're talking about that is what stemmed the title of this podcast in the Beauties of Eden community. Now, let me just do this shameless plug in here. If you are not part of the Beauties of Eden community, I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't just listen to the podcast. Look for us. We have a community, a Facebook community as well. We're on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, which you happen to be watching this from. So don't just be a spectator, be one that becomes part of the community as well. Let's go in. What is Eden? You know, if you've been in church for a minute, you've heard about Eden and how God created Adam and Eve and put them in Eden. Yes, that's right. So a lot of us think that because God put Adam and Eve in Eden, that the garden is Eden. But that's not true. When you look at Genesis chapter 2, verse 8, it says, "And God put the man he had created in east of Eden, a garden that he created." So that tells me that Eden was the entire space that God had created. And in a certain part in the east side of Eden is where God created a beautiful garden and put the man and the woman that he had created in his image and in his likeness. So that, in essence, is Eden. Now, what is a gem? A gem. When we think about a gem, the first thing we think about is jewel, a prized and precious thing. So quickly, let's look at the dictionary definition, and this is Merriam-Webster's definition of what a gem is. It's a jewel, or it's synonymous with the word jewel, a precious or sometimes semi-precious stone cut and polished for ornaments, for beautification, for enhancement. It also says that a gem is something prized especially for great beauty or perfection. So a gem, in essence, comes and adds beauty or perfection to something that is already in existence. And then the third is that a gem is a highly prized or well-beloved person. That's my personal favorite. Isn't that your personal favorite? Let me know which of those are your personal favorite. But to be called a highly prized or well-beloved person and a woman that was created and put in the East of Eden, a beautiful garden, then basically that's what an Eden's gem is. The fourth part is to adorn with or as if with gems. That's what a jewel is. So, an Eden's gem basically is a woman who understands that God created her for a specific purpose to help with an assignment and placed in a specific location, a garden. My garden will completely be different from your garden. Your garden that you need to tend to and provide help and solution may be your family. It may be your workplace. It may be your community. It may be the world at large. It may be your nation. So an Eden's gem is one that understands her identity, her purpose, her assignment, and to be specific that that assignment is tailored to a location. A woman who is very secure in her identity is who an Eden's gem is. A woman who shines the moment she emerges in an atmosphere. I don't know if you know about diamonds and rubies and emeralds. These are all gems that can be cut into jewel. When the diamond or the ruby or whatever the gem is emerges after going deep in to get it, when it emerges and it's kind of dusted off a little bit, it's not afraid to shine. Even though that thing has been buried in depths and covered with a lot of dirt, the moment it emerges, it's not afraid to shine and show its sparkle. That is who an Eden's gem is. Maybe society has put so much dirt and buried you under a barricade. But through this episode and this podcast and the episodes that we're going to talk about, I pray that each episode will be an excavate that is digging deep in to pull you, Eden's gem, out. An Eden's gem is also a woman who understands that she is the answer to the problem in her environment. Again, when a diamond is plugged out of the environment, it brings richness to the person or the people that pulled it out. The diamond all of a sudden becomes a solution to the poverty or the lack in that environment or the family or the individual that discovered it. That's what an Eden's gem is, a woman that brings value to her environment. And lastly, but not the least, Eden's gem is a woman who knows and fears God. Have you read Proverbs 31, verses 10 to 31? I believe that woman is an Eden's gem, a woman that fears the Lord, a woman that is praised, a woman that is able to do and bring solution to her family, to her community, to people that don't have a job. And why would I say that? Because that woman had hired servants, means she provided employment for people that may not be able to provide for their family or their community. So, in this third episode, that's what we're talking about. Who is an Eden's gem? And I pray that this short conversation has sparked something in you to rise up and say, indeed. Matter of fact, before we end, let's repeat this with me. I am Eden's gem. I'm not afraid to shine when I come out of the dirt. I'm not afraid to bring value to my community. And I am a woman who fears and honors her God. That brings us to the end of this episode. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, please share, please talk about this. And today, do me a favor, call another woman and share with her who an Eden's gem is. And after you've shared it with her, remind her that she is Eden's gem. You know why I'm asking you to do that? It's this call of action. I believe that when you hear once and you teach twice, it sticks and it helps you be able to put it into action. So that is the call to action. Don't just listen. Call a woman, explain to her what and who an Eden's gem is, and tell her you are Eden's gem. God bless you, and see you next week in the next episode. Love you.